If you live in a country like the United States or Britain, you've probably encountered a fair share of uplifting guides on how to master dry January over the past few weeks. But here in France, that hasn't really been the case. In fact, a surprising number of people here still argue that dry January is a problem. In newspaper op-eds and on social media, some call it a British import or say that the French don't need it because they don't tend to binge drink anyway. That might be true to some extent, but per capita, the French are still some of the world's top alcohol consumers. So where does this resistance against dry January come from? It's largely driven by the wine and spirits industry here, which employs around 500,000 people in France. French government doesn't support dry January either, which may in part be due to the economic and cultural weight of that industry. But there are also more historical reasons. For much of the past 2 centuries, government officials and even health experts here have argued that there is a good and a bad alcohol, and to them, wine counts as a good alcohol. That link has been really difficult to break up, but a growing number of French startups are now trying to disrupt that status quo. They're producing alcohol-free wines, cocktails, beers, and lots of other beverages. This month, I spoke to customers in the first store in Paris that's specializing in non-alcoholic wines and other drinks, and many there said it's finally becoming easier to abstain from alcohol here in France and to find tasty local products. But even in January, it doesn't seem as easy or as uncontroversial here as it does in other countries.